right now is the best I've ever been in my life. I'm clicking on all cylinders now, man. I think this is my prime right now. I want to be active. I want to fight. I actually wanted to fight 2 times last year. I wanted to fight 3 times. Give me a name and I'll just fucking delete somebody, bro. Like, Alex Morono will be great. He got a lot of fights. 4Xtras got locked up?
Yeah, he's back in there for like a probation violation.
Yeah, the thing with 4Xtras, he's a funny personality, but at the end of the day, he's a loser.
So you feel like you guys should just kind of ghost this guy now, or you think like somebody should still run it? Like
Yeah,
SD's the perfect
I
candidate
think
in
we
my
should just
opinion.
ignore.
Jim
No, he's
Spar
not.
one.
Why? But then when he was talking about, oh, I'm doing it for the bag, I'm like, fuck you. What do you mean? Like, I'm the one that put my life into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's compromised for life because of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. You're just a criminal. But show up to the gym, sign the waiver. I'll cut you in half in less than 30 seconds. It's a fact.
About McGregor dropping the N word. You got Vettori dropping it.
Vettori actually hit me up.
Okay, what do you
And
say?
look, you're not qualified, homie.
Yeah, man, that word nigga is bullshit.
Like, how are you as a white man that confident to do that? Like, how disrespectful is that? If you feel that confident, speak it publicly.
I think it's something where it's like a European thing because him and McGregor seem to not understand the
Get the
significance.
fuck out of it. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. Tell me how Buckley didn't deserve that shot. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro. There's no courtesy for getting a title shot. A title shot changes your life, right? There's no. He would have took that a million times over. Look at his body of work. There's no way he doesn't get that fight. You can't show up to Thanksgiving with an empty stomach, nigga. You gotta have some casserole, some turkey, something.
Yeah.
And if you don't got that, you better bring some napkins, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, these motherfuckers be just showing up with empty bellies.
All right, so today I'm joined by Philly Fresh. Phil Rowe, welcome to the program, man. How are you?
What's the word, man? I'm doing well, bro. Pleasure to be here.
So I guess, we haven't seen you for a long time, right? So where you been?
I've been maintaining, man. I train every day, twice a day, controlling what I can, just in the gym, bro. So waiting on opportunity, waiting for a name, waiting for a bout agreement. Just the same old grind, man.
Okay, so have you been like trying to contact any matchmakers or anything like that, or what's been the holdup, I guess?
Yeah, man. I've been reaching out. You guys see every fucking post. I'm like tagging the UFC, tagging fighters. What's good? What's good? Um, so I'm in this weird purgatory type position. Um, as as what I know, I'm all right with Sean Shelby, the matchmaker. I saw him in person not too long ago. I'm actually going to see him this weekend. Randomly, I'm flying out to the fights to watch Alex. So hopefully I run into him. But I saw Mick, gave him some socks. He hasn't worn them or posted them. But from what I know, man, I'm okay. From what these guys are telling me, face value. So they're all men. I'm sure they stand on their word. So I'm hoping everything's cool. I signed a 5-fight, 30-month contract. So I have 3 bouts left on my contract with the contract expiring at the end of this year.
Okay, interesting. So it could be either or.
Yeah, so I believe either 3 fights. Obviously, I'm not going to fight 3 times
Right.
this year. Um,
I mean, you could, I guess
or
it's still early. You could, right? Unless
I
you don't want
could.
to. Yeah.
I want to. I'm just going by
How it's been
history and
going.
the lay of the land. It's like there's multiple cards. I'm not booked yet, so um, yeah, man. I don't really know. I don't really know. So I've missed weight. Um, I missed weight twice in my UFC career. Earlier fights, previous contracts. That's really the only discrepancy I've had. I've never turned down fights. I have not accepted bouts. I've never said no to any fights, and there's a big difference. So if I'm not prepared to fight, I can't fight, So it's not I can't fight. I can't take this fight right now. I'm not healthy enough to fight right now. It's not no, I don't want to fight this person. Um, and the only other thing that I could think of is I had a bout agreement and I asked to fight in a big cage. That's all I asked. I never asked for opponent switch. They offered me Jeremiah Wells. We accepted the fight in the sense of we said yes. I never said no to the fight. This was before my last fight, so this shit don't even matter at this point, right? I fought Jake Matthews since then, who's a way better fighter with way more fights. Um, and I asked to fight in a big cage. Um, why I asked to fight in the big cage because I didn't want to fight in the apex. Why I didn't want to fight in the apex? Because fighting in a big cage means a big show, you know. So there's a way to ask for that. I want a headline or pay-per-view, of course. I can't say that. Like I don't hold no weight. So and that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying no, I'm not fighting the apex. Like I'm not throwing my feet up and telling the UFC I can't do this because that's not the position I'm in, right? I need to make money, I need to fight, I need to sustain myself and my family. So that's the only other discrepancy um, was that. And I talked to Sean December, and we had a really good conversation, man. We spoke for 10 minutes during right before Randy Brown versus Brian battle, and he came up to my seat. We spoke literally for 10 minutes. I got it recorded actually randomly. The dude next to me was recording it. He goes, "Hey man, I don't know if you wanted that. That guy seemed really important." I said, "Dude, that's fucking awesome. Thank you." He airdropped it to me, and that was a whole interaction. And it was a good interaction, man. I just told Sean, "Look, man, I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the UFC. This is a dream. I want to be active. I want to fight." Um, I actually wanted to fight 2 times last year. I wanted to fight 3 times. Right after the Jake Matthews fight, I saw him and I said, "Yo, I need to be active." I knew the UFC was coming to Florida, so I wanted to get a fight in July and then fight at the end of the year in Tampa. I got an inside scoop on that fight. I knew it was happening, so I told Sean when I saw him when I was leaving. I said, "Yo, thank you for the opportunity. I'm trying to get a fight, man, ASAP. I'll fight next month." That's what I said. And he told my manager, "Yo, man, I'm not booking anything right now because I am looking to make some cuts. Obviously, like there were some welterweights I was on losing streaks that had to go. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? Hey, dumping Mickey Gall, some other weenies, and then they'll hit me back. And then I never heard nothing. So, and then I spoke with Sean and not leaking our convo or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want him to understand that I respect what he was saying, but just keeping it vague. We were cool. And all I said to him was what I just told you, bro. I'm like, I can't call any shots. I said, I'm not telling you I won't fight in the Apex. I will. All I said was I would prefer to fight in an arena. And then I said, look, I said, Sean, look where we're at, bro. And he's like, no, Phil, I get it, man. I get it. Like, and I said, so I don't know if there was a disconnect, but that's all I said was I prefer to fight here. And I don't think there's a fighter on the fucking roster that would prefer the Apex. There's nothing wrong with the Apex, but if you can say, hey, man, I'd love to fight in a big cage in an arena, cool.
Yeah, so maybe I'm thinking it wasn't anything personal. If what you're saying is like kind of exactly how you put it, right? It wasn't anything where you're being super picky. I guess because that's what might be floating out there. People's minds might be thinking, "Oh, the matchmakers think he's picky." But you were just
Yep,
saying something simple, but you're still willing to do it. You just would prefer not to. That's way different than
at
saying, "I'm not willing to do something." So maybe
100%.
maybe the matchmakers, right, don't think you're being picky. Because also Song Yudong, he was out for like a year. I think he's cool with matchmakers, but there might be a bigger issue as to why some guys are sitting out for a long time.
Now, but also, um, I have to be critical of myself and I take a full accountability. there have been times in my career where I didn't push the envelope. Um,
Like make
I didn't
noise?
fight more. I didn't fight more when I could.
Okay.
But also, everybody's trajectory is different, right? Right now is the best I've ever been in my life. This is the best I'll be. I'm confident. I'm fucking strong everywhere. I can grapple. I got knockout power. I carry knockout power late. I'm clicking on all cylinders now, man. I think this is my prime right now. I think the next 2 years is gonna be crazy. I think I could fight 4 times a year right now and just fuck people up. I believe it, man. I'm 100% congruent with it, and no one else knows, but I know how that statement is, and I know I can do it. And right now, at times in my career, I didn't believe it, but right now is the best I've ever been, and I want to go. So I could have early on in my career and maybe fought more and been more active, but I look at it back then. I was fighting once a year, and it hasn't even been a year. So Phil, like, I guess chill out.
Yeah, it's
Just
been
chill out, wait
about
for them
nine
to
months
hit
or
you,
something,
and then
right?
go out and exactly.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
go out and fucking delete a motherfucker. I want to fight. Normally, I was fighting twice a year. Twice a year, twice a year. But I need some fights, man. I need to get going. I'm hot right now. I feel great. I'm confident. I know what I need to do. I know what I can do, and no one's seen it. And I don't want
Yeah.
to talk about it. I just want to go out there and do it. Nobody believes in me. Nobody thinks I can win. Cool. Just give me a name. Watch what I do.
Okay. So you feel like you're not in a position to really be talking too much shit. So we'll just kind of say what you want as far as like, is there a time frame? When's the soonest you could fight?
I could fight. I need 12 days to make weight.
Okay.
That's it.
So maybe a
I
month
just need
to
to
two
make weight.
weeks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a month to
And I'm
two
ready.
weeks
I just need to make
soonest.
weight. So like what's awesome would be a fight camp, right? But I don't need that right now because I train every day. So if the UFC wants to throw me somebody, cool. Throw me somebody. Just give me time to make weight. I had an opportunity to fight a week ago or so, or 2 weeks ago. It was on 3 days' notice. It biologically couldn't happen with the weight, and I'm in a position where I got to make weight.
You got an
So
offer or what?
say it again.
You had an offer for like a fight on 3 days notice?
It wasn't really an offer. It was kind of like, I mean, can Phil take it like that?
Oh,
And it was
okay.
like, yeah, I mean, but I was like, biologically, I just can't make weight Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. No,
Yeah, I need to be a
Tuesday,
catch weight or
Wednesday,
something.
Thursday. Yeah, and it
Got
didn't
you.
happen, and it didn't happen, and then
Who was it?
the fight ended up being a catch weight anyway. Crazy. So yeah,
Okay, who was it?
it's
Can't
a
say.
it's a fight. Same management company. You know, it's not like I can't say it. Just that alone, you should know. A week ago, same management company. So like I said, I'm in a weird spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to,
Like, can you still fight him?
I'm
Is
not
kind of what
trying
I'm
to.
asking. Did he win
Yeah,
and
sure. I
shit,
mean,
or like, is that still a
yeah,
possibility
yeah,
to
yeah.
like
I
run
mean,
that back?
yeah, no. I mean, it doesn't. None of
No.
that matters. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many fights. There's so many guys in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Like, just I can book a fight. You know what I'm saying?
Book a
Like,
fight.
come on, UFC. Like, give me a fight. Like it doesn't have to be that guy. It doesn't have to be the other guy. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many motherfuckers. There's guys that want to fight. There are guys that are asking for fights.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So and I
And
know they're dealing with it. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, not to make you talk shit, right? Because you just said that's not really the position you're trying to be in right now. But like when you sit back and you're thinking about matchups, is there like respectfully a name you'd like to kind of like throw out there that makes sense for both of you?
I wanted to fight Alex Morono, and I don't know why it never happened. I just wanted to fight him. Everybody calls me out all the time, right? Kinda, not really, not anymore. Alex Morono, and it doesn't matter. Right? Like, I can call out all these guys. Like, we're not in control of shit. So I'm at this weird spot. You know what I'm saying? I'm just showing up every day training. Give me a name, and I'll just fucking delete somebody, bro. Like, just give me a
Okay.
name. Alex Morono will be great. He got a lot of fights. Um, you know, he's not like a guy coming off the contender I'm trying to pick on. He got more fights than me, more wins than me. Um,
Yeah.
That's a name, you know. So, but any of these weenies, bro, like, I don't give a fuck about none of these
I
guys.
mean, I know you'd
So
fight anybody.
anybody,
I know you fight anybody. So, what about like a Themba Gorimbo? Just to get your thoughts on that. He's coming off a loss. It's a little bit realistic in my
say it
mind.
again.
Themba
Say it again.
Gorimbo. He's coming off a loss as
I
well.
can't hear you. Say that.
You don't know who that is?
Who is that?
Okay, fair enough. I mean, he just fought
Say that one more
Vicente.
time.
Themba Gorimbo.
Oh,
You say you'll fight
oh,
anybody,
no,
no?
I'm not being. I lost you for a second. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. No, I'm saying I lost you for a second. Yeah, sure. It's running. Here's where I'm at, bro. Here's where I'm at. I'm so numb. I'm so. I've been in my emotions up and down every day. I be depressed. I be happy. I be motivated. You know, so I'm just over talking about it because I just know I don't control nothing, right?
okay. Yeah.
So like that's what it is with me. Of course, I'll fight any of them. They're all dorks. They can all get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they all know I can fight. I don't give a fuck what they say. Like they all know I can fight. Sure, if you could send me a bout agreement, it'd be great, man. You know, I get a nice chunk to weigh in either way. So yeah, man, I would love to. That's a great fight. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That one
Um,
sounds like a good one to me. I
yeah,
would tune into that one. You know what I'm saying? There's some fighters out there who aren't the most entertaining, but I'm saying that's a matchup I would see on the docket. I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna watch that one tonight.
yeah. I'm
Okay,
I'm with it, man.
got you.
I'm with it, man.
So what's the day to day been like? You said you're getting like down, up, down, up. Why?
Because I'm not fighting, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm in my prime in this weird ass position. I'm in my prime. I feel like I'm the man. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like what's going on? Why is the UFC booking me? You know, like I live how their champions live. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I haven't fought in a year. Look how I'm living. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, driving
That's
around
how
in a
that's
nice
how
whip.
that's how Phil living. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long time.
How you getting all this bread though, fighting once a year?
I'm different, man. I'm different.
I mean, yeah, it seems like it. I don't think a lot of
I'm
guys are
different,
living
man.
that lifestyle with one fight a year.
Fuck no. But either way, like I said, man, I am controlling what I can, and I'm not. I can't. I can't mentally play these gymnastics with myself every day because it puts me in a bad spot. You know, like it puts me in a depressing spot, man. You know, like it's a depressing thing. This is my life, you know, and you feel like people are playing with your dream, you know, and people you're just kind of in this weird purgatory. Like I said, I'm just kind of chilling,
Right.
you
But the
know.
bottom
So,
line is you're
but
eager to fight, right? That's the main message you want to put out there.
absolutely, absolutely.
Okay. I think, you'll probably end up getting a call soon then. We'll put this out there. Matchmakers will see it and you'll probably be on the list. I think there's only a few welterweights that aren't matched up. I was looking through it and Themba and like maybe one or two other guys is a possibility for you. Everybody else is booked. So I
Really?
think, yeah, I think you guys are, it's coming. It's coming.
Damn, like how do you? I don't even know where to look to see welterweights that are matched and available, and you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? Like,
on like Tapology and shit, if you look at the top like 50, like most of the top 50 welterweights have opponents already booked.
and you can see that in the list. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be a
Yeah.
list where you can just look quick.
Yeah.
Oh,
You want
that's
to pull it up
easy.
real quick?
Okay,
Can answer any
yeah,
questions.
that's good to know. So,
Yeah.
like,
So like,
that's where I should be.
let me tell you right here. So I and coming off a loss, right, which narrows it down even more because like a Brian Battle, I don't think he's gonna accept a fight. So that makes it even more kind of narrow. Um, I saw like okay, Chaos Williams. You know what I'm saying? He's not booked. Jeremiah Wells still isn't booked. Carlston Harris. You know another good one. He's coming off a win, but maybe he'd take it. Punahele Soriano. Some names.
Copy.
Yeah.
So this, I need to look at this list, man. I mean, it
Li
doesn't
Jing
matter, but that's
Liang
just a
isn't
cool.
booked, and he's coming off of two losses. He's 45. You're 46. Li Jing
Yeah, that.
Liang, the leech.
Yeah, yeah. Send them. Send that.
Yeah. And I think he's been out since 2024. He's been out for a hot minute.
Send that.
Yeah, he
Run that.
lost to Pretest last. I'm sure he wants to fight.
Run that shit up, nigga.
All
What
right,
should
for
that mean
sure,
in
for
his
sure.
game? Xin
Perfect.
Dao, Ni Hao. Run that up, nigga.
All right, so I guess another hot topic. A lot of people saw the video. I recorded a little screen recording of you and 4Xtras talking. I made the link happen. We've been making some noise since then as far as like I've been asking some fighters what they think about this. And we talked about it, but it was off air. So what'd you think of some of the progression since then? 4X is locked up now, unfortunately. But he was gonna fight SD and you're close to SD. So how realistic was that shit?
That wasn't gonna happen. But 4Xtra got locked up?
Yeah, he's back in there for like a probation violation. He's not supposed to go back to the hood, and every time he gets out of jail, he goes straight back to the hood and like films music videos and shit. So like they just come right back and pick him up.
Yeah, so he'll be there for like what, 90 days or something, 60 days.
Something like that. Probably run like 20 fades.
Yeah, the thing with 4Xtra, he's a funny personality, but at the end of the day, he's a loser. So like I don't really want to, and like and I'm cool with the kid, right? In the sense of I respect everyone's hustle, and I'm not gonna knock anyone's hustle. But then when I think about it, I'm like, we're giving this dude way too much light. Like, what are you? Who are you? And what are you known for? You know, like you don't uplift nobody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're literally a menace and a terrorist to society. You know. So then I was thinking about it. I said, Phil, you can't uplift this guy and give him too much buzz.
Because I feel
And
like
then
you
I
were
kind
at
of,
first, right?
yeah, because he was funny to me, and but I looked at him as like a fucking emoji. You know what I'm saying? Like he's just, you know what I'm saying? I looked at him like a comedian almost, you know? And I didn't take it for face value, like what he promotes and who he is. But I'm like, I will publicly denounce any gang activity, anybody that promotes gangs, anybody that promotes that lifestyle that leads to death. You know what I'm saying? That leads to eternal damnation. You know, like that's not what I'm about. So when I think about it right now, this guy's a weenie, and I'm not gonna use my platform to promote him. Why? Because he's just a famous, you know what I'm saying, or a semi-famous gang member. Like, so like he was funny to me at first, but then when I really dive deep, pause, I'm like, nah, he's a dork, man.
Okay.
And then we just kind of feed into him, you know.
Yeah, because he's
And then I
buzzing.
saw him in the gym. Yeah, I saw him in the gym, and look, he's buzzing. Hats off to him, right? You know, like make your money, change your life around. Don't promote gang violence, because they're losers. All gang members are losers. I'll say that to any gang member, anybody. They're all pussies. They're all losers. They're all dorks. Every last one of them. So that's not something to uplift. That's not something to promote, right? Now, if you're promoting your media platform, you reform, you changing your life, you doing things in your community, cool. But I don't want to hear about Crips and Bloods and all that. That's corny shit to me.
Like a
And
wallow.
then Wallow, respect, none but respect. Gilly Wallow, those are formidable, comprehensive men, you know, that are uplifting their community. Um, on the dead homies, all that shit is corny. You know what I'm saying? Like you repping, you dying and crashing out for a hood that you don't own shit in.
Yeah, that
You
is
know,
true.
so
I
that
would have
shit's
liked
corny.
I would have liked to see him kind of like do a Kimbo Slice type thing, which would have been far fetched, but
Come
it
on,
would have been cool to see where he
come on,
started training,
come on,
got his life out of the
come on,
streets. I would have liked to
come
see
on,
it, is what I'm saying. I would have liked to.
come on, man. And I want to see GTA 6, man. What are you talking about, bro? And I want to
Isn't
and I
that
want to
coming
see
out
Bird.
though?
I want to see Verdas back in Call of Duty. Get the fuck out of here, man. All these myths.
It ain't never
This shit ain't
happening or
happening.
what?
Nah, and then like the same thing, like, and then I saw him lifting weights, and then we can end this topic. I saw him lifting weights, and I'm like, ew, this guy ain't about shit. He was lifting 225, and I'm like, oh, this guy's just full of shit. And I'm like, he was kind of getting to me with the stories. I'd snap him in half, bro. All of 30 seconds. It wouldn't even be
Okay.
a minute.
Okay,
30 seconds.
last question I got for you. So you feel like you guys should just kind of ghost this guy now? Or you think like somebody should still run it? Like
Yeah,
SD's the perfect
I
candidate,
think
in
we
my
should just
opinion.
ignore him.
Jim
No, he's
Spar,
not.
one.
Why?
Because I fuck with SD. I saw them talking
Nah.
shit, so they got a little build up. But is it
Yeah,
worth his
but he
time?
also
I'll have to say probably not, unless it goes on like No Jumper's YouTube channel. Then you go pretty viral before your next fight.
yeah, and if it yeah, that's about it. And also respectfully, anybody's gonna silence him from our community, it should be me because I was the guy, right? Um, but but nah, when he was talking, remember us four were talking and release the audio. Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
we ain't
thought I
got no
recorded the
alliance there.
audio. I thought I recorded the audio, but
Oh,
when you record one of those Instagram calls, I guess no audio comes through that.
oh, okay, okay. I'm about to
Unfortunately,
say that. Okay, no,
I
no, no
low
worries.
key. I wouldn't have released it,
So
but I was low key hoping I got the audio.
oh, I was laughing because I was like, I was laughing in his face a couple times. It was funny. But then when he was talking about, oh, I'm doing it for the bag, I'm like, fuck you. What do you mean? Like, I'm the one that put my life into this. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that's compromised for life because of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. You're just a criminal. You know what I'm saying? The
He
fuck
wants
you
it
mean?
quick.
You don't get to show up to the gym, sign the waiver, I'll cut you in half in less than 30 seconds. It's a fact.
Yeah, I think that's it. You guys don't
So
need to get
yeah,
him paid.
nah, fuck him. And that's what I was talking about. Like, he's like, yeah, fuck him. I want a bag. Shut up. No, no. Fuck you talking about. Come to the gym, sign a waiver, and that's it. But yeah, he's a weenie
Or
now.
put up your own money. Or put up your own money.
Facts. Big
Bet.
facts.
Bet match.
Yep.
Fair enough. Okay. All right. I got a couple. Okay. JDM and Belal. That's the new title fight. There's been a lot of switch ups. I got a couple things for you. Like, did you think Buckley should have got the call? Because I've been thinking about it, and I feel like, he's been doing a lot of work. I think you've been seeing it. Everybody's been seeing it. So I think
Why
to some
didn't
degree,
why
these
doesn't
guys need to step
why
up too.
doesn't why didn't Buckley get the call?
Honestly, I don't know. What I was just about to say is that I think maybe the UFC thought it's time for these guys to step up because Buckley's been working. So let's not shuffle him around and give him short notice shit. We'll give him a full camp. These guys have been out. We can shuffle them around. Brady and
Did you
JDM.
Oh, that's what you thought it was.
I think
I
Brady's
just
getting like the UFC's like, hey, you owe us. You didn't step up in December, so we need you, Brady. That's what I really think.
no, I think Buckley is just a nigga and he gotta do twice as much for half as much. That's what I know. And that's it. And that's just historically. I'm not talking the UFC, I'm just talking life in general. For less. That's all.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I've been
Unanimously. No one on earth can tell me Buckley didn't earn that shot.
yeah. At least
Whether
he
you
deserved
like
the
him
call.
or not.
Thank you.
Say it
Thank
again?
you. I said at least he deserved the call. And I need to ask him if he even got an offer. But I feel like they should have at least offered it to him first, just as like a courtesy for the work he's done over the last year.
Hang on, we switched the speaker. You there?
I'm right here.
Yeah. Tell me how Buckley didn't deserve that shot. Listen to what I'm telling you, bro. There's no courtesy for getting a title shot. A title shot changes your life, right? There's no. He would have took that a million times over. Look at his body of work. There's no way he doesn't get that fight. You give him the fight. You let him show up, you give him an opportunity to change his life. That's it. There's no argument, there's no debate. End of discussion. Buckley earned that shot. Earned.
Okay. You know what?
Look at the resume.
Thank you for saying that, honestly. You're probably the only guy who don't be hating.
Earned. Listen to what I just said to you. He earned. I can't knock a man for the work he's put in.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you like him or not, he earned that shot.
Yeah, I agree.
Look at his body of work. What are we talking about? There's a conversation.
I mean,
Put him
Brady's
up
been out
anybody
for a
else.
year.
Look what my son did. There's no, bro, like I said, there is no way around it. He earned that shot.
Okay. All right. No, fair enough. I agree with you, for the record. Nobody's really talking about him, though, so we got to make that noise for him, for our guy, I guess.
Let's do it.
I was going to say, on the Buckley topic, right? I think, okay, because you're kind of talking about this stuff, and it's a hot topic, too. People, the use of the N-word, you got McGregor, you got Vettori. Buckley said that he called him a bitch in the gym. You there? Are you on mute?
No, I'm listening to you. I was just making an order. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So with that being said, right? What do you make of this talk right now and like the culture in MMA? Like even these guys dropping the words and stuff like that. Like,
Say that one more time. Repeat that question one more time.
okay, because we're on the topic of Buckley. Buckley spoke out, right, about McGregor dropping the N-word. You got Vettori dropping it. Like, is this cool? Like, what's the state of this?
So I commented as well. So hang on one second. And Vettori actually hit me up.
Okay, what do you
And
say?
look, you're not qualified, homie. And here's what's crazy. It's crazy that Buckley, a black athlete, an African American athlete, can speak out on Conor saying nigga, and he get flack for it. It don't make sense. That's the world we live in.
It's the
That's the
demographic, I
world.
think, of fans.
That's the world we live in. That's how toxic and terrible these fans are. And like, think about this concept. He literally said, anyone that says that, they're gonna have to see me, so on and so forth. Marvin Vettori sassing him. Yeah, man, that word nigga is bullshit. Like, how are you as a white man that confident to do that? Like, how disrespectful is that? Here's my thing. Cool, say it. If you want to say nigga, say it. Say it publicly. Say it in your post fight.
Mm-hmm.
Say it. Say it then. If that's the word in your vocab, you want to use it, use it.
Or
Marvin.
just type it too.
Marvin, you fucking dweeb. If you want to say nigga, say it. Say it on the microphone. Post fight. Say that. Here's my thing. How do you tweet that, but you would never speak that in person, ever in your life? Stand on what you say. Look, cool. If that's how you talk, that's in your vocab, speak that. Speak that in person. Go to my neighborhood and speak that. And then you're good, right? I'm cool with it. Say what you want to say. It's a free country. But when the mic's on you, speak. Nigga, nigga this, nigga that, cool. Nigga's a bullshit word, cool. That's my take on it. If you feel that confident, speak it publicly.
I think it's something where it's like a European thing because him and McGregor seem to not understand the
Get the
significance.
fuck out of it. Man, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. Bitch is universal. Pussy is universal. Right? They know what that word means.
Okay.
Point blank, period.
So no bail on that. On them being from another country or something if they try to claim
Fuck
that.
them. Dorks. Because
Okay.
people use our culture like a mink coat. Like they put it on when they want to, they want to rock with it, and then all right, you know? But universally, we're the most copied culture in the world. Everything is influenced by us, right? Period. No matter how you cut and slice it, music, fashion. But they want to wear our culture like a mink coat. They won't stand by us, right? But when it matters and when they want to be cool, they rapping, they're wearing J's. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to be down. You know, stand on what you say. If that's a part of your vocab, right? Cool, say it. Speak on it. That's cool.
Yeah,
But
I
he
guess
would
we'll.
never. He would never. He would never.
Well, I guess we'll see what happens. I don't doubt Buckley's gonna call him out to a fade if they see each other at the Apex.
And here's the thing with these fighters, bro. And fans don't understand. I'm no gangster. I never said I was. I denounced that, didn't I?
Yeah,
I'm a Christian. I'm a God-fearing man. I'm not perfect. I'm
college
I'm
educated.
I'm imperfect, right? But these guys got it misconstrued, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't confuse fighting in an octagon with who people are to the core. You think I'm gonna let Marvin Vettori disrespect me in person? You think I'm scared of Marvin Vettori? Nah, all jokes aside, and I see in the comments, he'll beat your ass. He'll 10-8 you. Well, cool. I'm scared of Marvin Vettori, man. I'm scared of. No, be honest. Like I'm scared of him.
No, I wouldn't say. I'm sure you'd run it with him.
No, you think that'd be a thought in my head? What's up, man? You ready? You ready? How much do you weigh today? Like, be honest. Like, you think UFC fighters are scared? You know what I'm saying? Like, fans are fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because he says nigga, right? I call him out for it. I'm scared of Marvin Vettori? No, I stand on what I stand on, man. Shut your mouth, you moron. What are you doing? Shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Don't say that word. I don't like
Facts.
that word,
I
right?
feel
My
like they
people
should
don't
stop
like that
doing.
word.
Yeah, like people are like, even when you're kind of trying to denounce it, right? And then the fans are like, "Shut up, bro. He'd beat your ass." It's like that's not even the point. Like he shouldn't be saying this. I'm calling it out, and right is right, wrong is wrong. It doesn't always matter
Hey,
about who could beat whose ass. There's always somebody bigger and stronger. We could find somebody to beat Marvin's ass, like John Jones, if we need to.
it's just a word. It's just a word. Your mother is a whore. She's a slut. It's just a word. Don't get emotional. Your mom's a bitch. Your
Yeah,
mom's a bitch, man. No. Your mother's a bitch. Hey, no, Phil. No, it's just a word. Don't get upset. It's just a word, right?
I
You
guess,
could
but they're
never do
telling you to
that to
shut
a
up because
man.
he beat you, so you can't even say anything. That's what they're saying, which is
It's
stupid to
crazy.
me.
You could never do that to a man, right? You can never go up to a man and say your mom's a bitch. Your mom's a whore. Hey,
Right.
no. It's just a word.
Just because you
That's
could beat his
universally wrong.
ass.
You can't
Yeah.
even say fag. You can't say fag, right?
Yeah.
But but we have back and forth debates with white people about the word nigga. That is crazy to me. Insane. Insane.
Facts. Leave it alone. That's my opinion. Leave it alone. It's not a part of your thing. Just leave it alone.
Hey,
Um,
I'll end it here. I'm not even saying leave it alone. Say it.
I'm saying leave it alone.
Say it though. If you want to say
No,
it, say
I'm
it.
good. I'm good.
Say it. Say it
No.
at your job. Say it at your job.
I see what you're saying. Stand on it if you
Stand
like
on it.
that.
That's it.
Like I guess like Nate Diaz. But okay, I got two hot questions for this one. Not to harp on it, but just to speak the truth real quick. Like it like a I'm gonna say it. Like a Mike Perry, Nate Diaz. Some people are cool with it, some people aren't. What's your stance on that? I guess they're public about it, right? Like John Jones said Mike was the realist.
I don't care what John Jones said. That shit corny.
Okay,
Mike's
yeah,
my
that's
friend.
what I'm wondering.
Mike's more my friend than any of these guys. Mike doesn't say that word around me. Mike respects me. Mike knows how I feel. I got so much love and respect for Mike. His family, that's my guy. And Mike doesn't use that word. At one point he did. Mike don't use that word to me, right? He respects me. Now I'm not saying uh he's never used this word or he's doesn't use the word randomly now. But what I can tell you is he said out of his own mouth, I'm not going to use that word anymore, right? And also, I'm his friend. Hey, man, that makes me feel uncomfortable. So I'm never going to say it around you. And what else could you ask of someone, right? Cool. That's it. But Nate Diaz, he white, man. Get out of here.
Yeah. Because they'll be like, he's Mexican. But I mean, like,
He's a white boy.
okay, fair enough.
He's a white
And
boy.
this is the last thing I got on the topic. This is a genuine question on my behalf. Do you know Jason Manley by chance? Or even Marvin's boxing coach with the dreads? Big dude,
Um,
big dude. Used to train Kevin Lee. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know him personally.
Do you
Jason
think they
Manley, I
should
like
coach
him.
him?
I like Jason Manley a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was his coach. Nah, I gotta hit up Jason. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was thinking that when Marvin said that, the first thought in my mind was like, dude, your coaches are black. You should probably chill out, you know?
Super black.
Yeah.
Nah, I didn't know that. I'm gonna hit up
Yeah.
Jason literally after this conversation.
Okay, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'd love to know whatever conversation you guys have too. Maybe next time we speak.
Word.
Okay, fair enough. Let me see if I got one more good question for you and then we can wrap it up. Let me see here. Okay. So like you got a degree in like engineering and shit like that? Like what's well logging?
I don't have a degree. I got a job that you need a degree for, but so essentially I'm working on sites where they drill for natural gas. And my job was to log the data coming out the well. So essentially the rock samples that come across the shaker, I would go collect those samples and log what we're drilling through. I worked alongside geologists, chemists. I worked for Diversified Well Logging in 84 PA.
Okay. And how'd you get that job exactly? Did you go to school for it, or like it
I
just came
interview
as?
well. I'm that guy. I'm that guy, man.
Okay.
I was the only black dude there.
Really?
Everyone else had degrees.
Oh shit.
Only brother there.
And so you also wrestled in college and shit like that?
No, I didn't wrestle. I'm just joking. But when I was living in West Virginia,
Yeah,
I pulled up.
you got
I
me,
pulled up.
bro.
I pulled up to the wrestling pavilion, and I met Bubba Sheffel. Greg Jones was there at the time, and they let me uh, come into the gym and kind of pop in practices, and they helped me out.
Okay.
Greg was kind of on his way out. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of checked out.
So were you like trying to fight or something, or like you're trying to wrestle like just for a hobby? Bro, doing all these errands during this interview is kind of crazy, but I'm enjoying it.
Bro,
Like you do it in order, never happened before.
crazy,
I might have an anxiety attack if I try doing something like that.
crazy. But I was already fighting. I was in West Virginia in the middle of nowhere. My wife was finishing up dental school, and I needed training. So I went to this gym and I said, "Look, I'm a pro fighter. Can you guys help me out?" I was 0-2 at the time, and I just went there and I used it for the work I need.
Okay, got you, got you. All right, this is my last one. Give the people some advice because you know you talked about your nice whip. You know you are fighting once a year, but you're managing your finances well. Not to pocket watch, but you got any advice for the youngins out there? Because trying to be a fighter, right, is pretty tough. Like it's pretty expensive. Not a lot of guys have the resources to like train and not work and shit like that. So you got any advice for somebody out there, like free game?
Yes, I do.
All right, let's hear it.
That's just a good visual.
Yeah.
So my advice, man, believe in yourself. No corny shit. Bet on yourself and know your value, right? I never feel less than. I don't care where you currently are, know where you want to be and mentally be there and own that, right? And that's helped me immensely. I don't care what room I'm in, who I'm with, I never feel inferior. You know, I know I bring value. Um, I may not be where I want to be at the time, but I know who I am. And always know who you are, right? Work hard, stay focused, but never devalue yourself. I see so many guys along the way, they devalue themselves. They take less. Um, they take the CBD sponsorship. They instead of American currency. They take some free t-shirts. Oh, I'm not there yet. You don't want it. Nah. Know your value, know your worth, and fight for your value and worth. And once you do, the world will open up to you, you know? People give you what you're worth, right? I don't have no complaints with the UFC. If you look at what I get paid compared to everyone else, you wouldn't believe me. Off record, call me and I'll show you. I got
Okay.
3 wins in the UFC, and I make more money than guys that got 10 wins.
Yeah, it seems like you're living like you get that good bag from every fight. But yeah, you got only a few fights, like 6 fights, right?
You don't see me complaining about the UFC.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing. I'm not mad at Sean, Dana, none of these guys. Look, if you want to go out there and get your head knocked for 5 bands, go do it. That's on you, dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ask, they'll pay you. You know what I'm
Is it
saying?
that
Like,
simple? Like, did you just ask? Or like, how did you get a decent contract
bro,
then? Because a lot of
we
guys are accepting pennies, right?
my thing is this. It's a business. Like, I'm not mad at them, and they run a great business. That's why everybody wants to fucking be here. That's why niggas in Alaska want to fight in the UFC. Like any business, it's not going to be a business if it's not profitable. It won't be a business for long. And Dana has built what he's built because he's a good businessman. And he's not a good businessman by throwing away money, right? He's in the business of paying for value. You show your value, they'll pay you.
Got you.
It's that simple,
So you
right?
bring something to the table a little bit.
You show your value and they're going to pay you, guaranteed.
Okay. Fair enough. I guess too, though, to add to that, you can't just be fighting hoping for them to give you money, right? You gotta create some value for yourself. However you find a way to do it, right? I guess whether it's like how you present yourself, whether you go and accumulate some accolades, you gotta bring some value to yourself, create a following, something.
Absolutely.
Right.
And then you say, hey, I need more pay because I bring XYZ to the table. You can't show up to Thanksgiving with an empty stomach, nigga. You gotta have some casserole, some turkey, something.
Yeah.
And if you don't got that, you better bring some napkins, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like these motherfuckers be just showing up with empty bellies. Show value, and you're gonna get taken care of. Ugly.
Probably one of the easiest ways for me to think of for a fighter, just if they're listening, is probably like go get a good knockout. You get a good knockout, I'm sure that next contract you could ask for something, a decent amount to like live comfortably and train. But you put on a boring performance, CFC's gonna be like, come on, man. You're not gonna give us that good viral clip.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's low
Skills pay
hanging
the
fruit.
bills. Skills pay the
Yeah.
bills.
Luckily for me, I got 100% finish rate. If I win a fight, you get finished. It's that simple. There's no in between. Amateur to pro. I've never won a fight by decision. I don't know how.
Yeah, so the
If I
UFC likes
lose,
that.
if I lose, I'll probably lose a decision. But if I win, somebody got finished. 100%.
So is it kind of safe to say the UFC kind of like rewarded you a little bit for that? Kind of what I'm saying. You put on good fights. You're able to
Yeah, I
ask for a
mean,
little bit, you know.
I had 3 KOs in a row. What more, it would have been the welterweight record, the most consecutive. 4.
Mhm. Okay,
Pratos has that now.
fair enough. So we're about to delete someone. That's what we're going for in the next fight.
Off with his head. Pause.
All right. Let's get it. We'll see what happens.
Yo, man,
Soon, right?
I
All he
appreciate
needs
this
2 weeks notice. And no problem, man. No worries.
because guys always say, Phil, when are you fighting again? I don't know. Shut up.
Yeah.
You got a platform? Ask about me
There we
and
go.
help me get a fight. So I appreciate you because you don't just talk, you do. You've extended your platform. Phil, why don't you fight? And you know what? Hop on and let's talk about why you're not fighting. Thank
Right.
you. You know, and it matters. It matters, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you showing the love, respecting some of my work too. I haven't really got that too much, so I appreciate it for sure. And that just goes to what I'm saying, right? I know that I got to create a little bit of value. I think a lot of guys, just even free game for the interviews out there. You know, it's better if you create a following. Don't just go get a job at MMA fighting and think you're like, you know, the man because you can go interview fighters under MMA fighting's guise. You know, create a little platform, create a little buzz, create your own little podcast, something, you know, create a little culture behind yourself because I feel like we talk about stuff on here that you couldn't talk about if you work for MMA fighting. You feel me?
So why
Or
would you
even if you
want
work for the
to?
UFC. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to.
You get it. You get it,
Yeah.
Jacob. And look, and my thing is this. I respect what you do more than what you just said. And obviously, this is my life, and I see it day in and day. I've been doing this for 14 years. And I'm going to come on to guys like your platform 10 times out of 10 before I go over there. And we see it, you know?
Right.
So my advice to you, man, you got a little dingy fucking whatever you got in the background. Get something cool. Take that shit off. It's like a skew. You know what I'm saying? Put some neon
Yeah.
lights, fucking Parry punt. Do something cool, man. Fuck.
All right.
You know
Let
what
me
I'm
go
saying?
get a sign or something like that. I'll have you back on. I'll have a fresh sign.
Matter of fact, this is my word publicly. I'm going to sponsor that sign for you.
Yeah. So
I'm
whatever
gonna
sign I
sponsor
get,
that
I'll send
sign.
it to you. I'll DM it to you.
Parry punch neon. I'm going to sponsor that sign.
All right, bro. I'm gonna
But
go
you got
make
to
it.
show. You got to do something on my end for doing that.
All right. Well, what about I'll get you on for the next once your fight's booked, we get you back on, unless you got something in mind.
That's low hanging fruit, man. Come on, man.
What do you got in mind?
I don't know, man. You gotta. I don't know. I need some type of equity, meaning like, yo, you're plugged in with Parry punch.
Well, we got you
Indefinitely.
plugged in now. You're plugged in now.
All right.
We'll keep plugging you. We'll keep plugging you.
Yeah, man. Just take that shit off. It's like a skew. It's a little fucking whatever that is. Take that shit off. Neon, Parry
All right.
punch, paint the wall. You're lit.
You know the problem? I'm just like a plain ass guy. You feel me? So I got I guess spice it up a little bit. But I threw on a colorful shirt for this one.
No, I fuck with it. You know,
Yeah.
Poetic Flacco kind of has the same setup.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
fuck with
where
him.
he's just you know what I'm saying? Like he's like in his room.
Right.
But now he used to be in the dingy room. Now he's in the nice room. But yeah, man,
True,
I think it
true.
would really go and it would be a good aesthetic visual always seeing the Parry punch
No, I
behind you,
feel you.
neon lights, you know?
All right, we getting our money up. We're gonna get that signed before I have you on next time, and I'll DM it to you. Sponsored
Say
by
no
Philly
more.
Fresh.
Say no more.
All right, bro. Appreciate the time. Have a good one, man.
Love, man. Appreciate you.